And I don't know why that was.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're up now. I don't know why there's not any sound coming out of it, though. Hey, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. It's Jeff and Joelle of Solid Canine Training with the What Would Jeff Do show. We stream live on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we do this for a long time. 16 years we've been radio show, podcast, training dogs for over 2 decades. A lot of people are struggling out there with their dogs. You don't need to be. I mean, so many folks in 1 week could have a dramatically better life with their dogs. 1 week. Dramatically better life. So many people are out there. They can't have people over the house. They can't bring their dog anywhere. They can't board their dog. They can't walk their dog. People aren't safe in the house. We just had a dog come in today, Lola. She came down from Atlanta. We're in Florida. We get dogs from all over the country. And her owners are smart because as soon as they got the dog, they're like, we have to sign up for a boarding train. They got this dog at about a year old from like different family friends or something. Someone went through a couple of different houses. And they've got 3 young kids. I'm really tired of this fucking camera system that keeps messing up.
You need to get the air and clean out your port.
Okay. That's what she said.
Compressed air.
And they're just being so proactive. The dog has got no aggression at all, but it's, you know, it's a lab, and it's high energy, and it gets into everything. Knocks kids over, steals things, does the zoomies, runs around, bad on a leash. We document it. We had 2 new dogs in since we've talked last week. Dogs are doing great. Sammy's doing great. Ellie's doing great. Check out our social media for social proof of dogs that we work in our boarding train. We have another owner shadow here. Like someone drove, again, New Jersey to Florida, spent 5 days with us with their dog for one-on-one coaching, 2 to 3 hours a day for 5 days. This dog struggles with leash reactivity. People do that as well. These are the folks that you always see as like, oh man, I really would love your help. Well, they did. They did the process.
Took action.
I'd love to get in shape. Okay, how many more years are you going to say that? If you truly want to get in shape, start exercising, start eating better, meditate, journal, turn off your TV, put good stuff in your ears, get into therapy. If you truly want it. Oh, I'm trying to be a better husband. I see you at the bar every day after work. No, you're not. You're not trying to be a better husband. Because if you're trying to be a better husband, those people don't go to the bar every day after work. If you truly want change, do something about it. Stop. Stop being comfortable having a crappy dog. Stop being comfortable with that. It doesn't have to be that way. It's so cool that you can dramatically change your life in a week with your dog. 2 weeks, beyond belief. You could be working with your dog for 2 years, but 2 weeks with our system. It is a system. It's a whole philosophy. It's not about the tools. Do all this with slip leads if we wanted to. But owners can't. We're owner friendly. We're do-it-yourself friendly. Because we want you to win today.
Ready?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. Olga says hello.
Hello.
Morgan says we completed green to graduate. That food drive, I've been giving high-end treats all this time. I love that. It works amazing. Building food drive, yeah.
Mhm.
You don't
Now-
need to give treats and make your dogs fat, everyone.
Yeah, now, yeah,
Use their daily foods.
yeah, use your daily food. Get your dog off food too. Once your dog has got the basics, get off food. Like you're all being lied to, by the way. Keeping a dog on food, you hide every crack there is. You hide the dog's true attitude. You hide the dog's true behavior. Sure, start the dog on food for a week, then get him off. Get the dog to actually work. Because then you'll start seeing the real attitude of the dog.
Mhm.
Oh, my dog will down for food every time. Take away food, doesn't do it. Give it a little bit of leash pressure. Oh, my dog tries to bite me. Whoa, really? Interesting. So if you say down and always give a food reward, your dog happily does it. If you don't give food and you just do a little bit of leash pressure, the dog tries to bite you. That's not because leash pressure or an aversive makes the dog aggressive. It's because that's your dog. Sure, I'll down if you pay me, but if you don't, not only fuck you, I'm going to attack you. We see that, believe it or not, a lot, a real lot. But if you kept doing food, months, years, but meanwhile, you've got all these other issues that are behavioral, not obedience, you would know, but we know. And it's all revealed, and we'll show you how to work through it. It's very common, by the way. Next.
Let's see. What are the strategies to stop a reactive dog?
We have step-by-step guaranteed strategies, training protocols, guaranteed. We have 4 leash reactive courses. We're experts at stopping leash reactivity. There's not a dog out there that we can't stop, guaranteed. So strategy number 1, join our online community. Joel will put the link up. With the online community, you get 2 big courses, Green to Graduate and Chaos to Control. Chaos to Control is our leash reactivity. You know, the foundation part of stopping leash reactivity is kenneling your dog up properly. There's a certain way, a specific way that a dog should go in and out of a kennel. You start there because that reveals some cracks. And people, oh, no, it's leash react. Trust me. Yep, said every politician ever. I know. You heard it before, but it works. We show you how to do it step by step. So leash reactivity you can eliminate in less than a week. I want you to know that. After 1 session, your walk will be significantly better. 1 session. And we show it on video. If you really want hands-on help, you don't have to do a board and train with us. You can come down here for a 5-day shadow. Your dog will not be leash reactive. We'll stop it right before your eyes. We're not going to sit and talk. 30 seconds after you arrive, we start. We bring out dogs. We start right there. We did it today. Somebody came down from New Jersey. We did it today. If you truly want help, we're real dog trainers. I say this because everybody hears all this stuff and they see all this stuff on social media, but people aren't getting results. We'll do it. Then we go to, like this week, we're going to a park with a bunch of dogs that'll be rushing the fence with a leash reactive. 3 of the dogs we have here now are leash reactive. They came with leash reactivity. In fact, Joelle put up a video. I don't know if she put it up yet. She'll be putting a video up with Titan. Massively leash reactive.
It's on your phone, actually.
He's been here for 6 days. Guess what we did today? We walked by an out of control dog, lunging, barking, biting at a fence. Titan walked right by. Actually, I had to correct him. You'll see how I did it. He decided to make a better choice. The dog that we're working with. We'll show you. There's so many ways to do it. There's a lot of troubleshooting involved, but it's all easily learned and practiced by you.
So much of it starts before the walk.
But a lot of it's before the walk. The dog's overall general energy. You don't need to wait for it to calm down. You make it calm down in a second or two. And a lot of things that you're being told online that work greatly, those are the people that say that you're doing it wrong. Like we're often told we're doing it wrong, even though we keep putting up social proof for the last 2 decades. Not too many dog trainers are actually putting up dogs that they're working with. Keep in mind, most dog trainers are showing their own personal dogs. Don't be impressed. And if it's a Malinois, definitely don't be impressed. It's not that hard to get a Malinois to do anything. You want to see family pets from real families. And then you want to see the family duplicate it. Next.
Let's see. Dogs before dudes. How do I get a solid recall? On average, how long does it take?
You can get a solid recall in 2 to 3 weeks. How do you get a solid recall? Again, this is going to sound like I'm trying to sell something, but it's not like just, there's an e-collar. Like we have step-by-step protocols. So there's a series of steps you do daily to make sure you get a good recall. In our Green to Graduate, we show you step by step. So if you follow all the steps, you'll get a great recall. Off-leash recall with high levels of distraction.
But what are the steps? You have to start on leash first.
Yep.
You need a long line.
Mm-hmm.
You have to teach it with food or whatever, leash pressure, so the dog actually understands what recall means.
Mm-hmm. Then
you have to proof it around distractions on the long line, and then you have to now put it on e-collar.
Layer with e-collar.
Proof that around distractions on a long. It's a process.
Step by step.
But if you follow it and you work on it for
a couple weeks,
an hour a day, a couple weeks, you can get it done.
Yeah.
But the problem is everyone wants to skip the reps.
They want to skip.
You cannot skip the reps. You got to put the reps in.
It's, and anyone that says, whenever you see a dog recalling and it has an e-collar on, if anybody that says, oh, you're lazy or you took a shortcut, I guarantee anyone that says that, put an e-collar on a dog, you can't get your dog's not going to recall to you because you quote unquote shock it. That's not the way it works. They'll run away from you most likely. There's lots of work that goes into it. But it all starts at the most basic 6-foot leash. It's a process. It's a process. Step by step. But in a couple weeks, you can have a good recall. 1 month, you can have a superior recall. Superior. Like pretty much bomb-proof. Next.
Let's see. Audrey. Sounds like Aussie's whining and testing boundaries while she's cooking dinner. Bonk.
So Aussie
bonk him.
Audrey
knows better.
Yeah, Audrey is the one that adopted Aussie. Just to let you know, Audrey, he's capable of making zero noise. Zero noise.
Use the bonker.
No noise.
It's more effective than the e-collar.
Okay.
In that situation.
None. Around preparation of food. I cook all day long. She has me in the kitchen all day, and I'm always barefoot. Okay. And he is capable of laying down with his head down, even if with his head up, and making no noise.
He's testing you.
Stop it today.
Do not falter, because then he will walk all over you.
Stop it tonight.
It does.
Role play it tonight.
Your rule is this doesn't happen in my house.
Yep. You do not make a peep when I'm preparing food.
Nope.
Ever.
Absolutely not. Make 5 bonkers if you have to and whiz them all.
Yep.
You do not let him
Absolutely
do that.
not. Nope.
Let's see. Morgan said 100% my pack doesn't get treats through sessions after they learn the commands, but at the end of the session.
Yep. But just to let you know, Morgan, there's nothing wrong with that. But I want people to know, I never give Tex treats. I just don't have that mindset. He gets activities. He loves his life. There's something about humans that we feel that we have to give a dog a treat. It's not bad to do. It's not bad to do. But people have been almost brainwashed to think that that's all part of owning a dog. And it actually doesn't need to be. That doesn't mean you're a bad person for doing it. And I'm not against it. But if there's something emotionally that makes you do it and you're struggling with other things, it's time to start looking into that. Why do you feel the need that you have to do that? Why? I'll tell you why. The dog shows you happiness when you're doing it. You know when I'm the most happy? When I watch Tex run and chase balls. When I watch him in the ocean. I'm like, damn, he's loving life. That's happiness. When I go on the bike with him. Well, it depends. But you're not bad. It's not wrong. Just be careful. Be careful about urge for that emotional dopamine hit. Because sometimes it clouds your judgment, stopping other or any other unwanted behaviors. That's all I'm saying. Be careful.
Morgan said chaos to control was the most amazing course for reactive dogs. I have one bite history, aggressive, etc. Chaos to control is 1,000,000%. Kennel drills really resets their mind.
Yeah. If you have leash reactivity.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? How we'll never be able to film a course like that again, I don't think. I'm glad that we got chaos to control and made it one of our signatures, because for dogs to be that insane the moment they come in our house is rare.
It's rare.
So the fact that the dogs did that and we were able to capture it all, it will go down as probably one of our best.
Because we stop it almost as soon as we grab the leash.
Yeah.
Here's a helpful person. The person that asked about how do you stop leash reactivity. If someone tells you to redirect the dog, don't listen to their advice. That doesn't mean they're a bad person. It doesn't work. Anyone that actually works with true leash reactivity knows this. Anyone that works with a dog with any drive at all knows this. Here's a good example. Enzo, the Vizsla. When he sees a bird and he locks onto a bird, he's a Vizsla. Do you think I can redirect him with a high value anything? Nope. Nope. So if you want to learn how to stop leash reactivity, you need to find someone that understands how to stop unwanted behaviors. And the way you stop an unwanted behavior is by applying a punisher to instill an inhibitor to stop a behavior. If someone tells you train a better heel, nope. Of course you should train heel. Training a better heel does not stop leash reactivity. Dog can heel perfectly fine until they're leash reactive. Training a better heel to be even better, perfectly fine, it's not connected. Now, should you train heel? Of course you should. But most people train heel, though, more of an over-aroused position instead of a relaxed and mentally follow position. Because the dog looks bored on the walk. So you have to make sure that you understand how punishment works. Because punishment is how you stop unwanted behaviors. Punishment works. It's effective. It's more effective than any other protocol to stop an unwanted behavior.
Not to train obedience. Okay, there's a difference.
There's a difference. Okay, there's a difference. There's a big difference. Most dog trainers don't work with behavior. And if you go to a behaviorist, drugs to stop a behavior? No. Behaviorists are scam artists. So in the US, a behaviorist is someone with a medical degree that studies animal behavior but doesn't work hands-on with a dog. And they always, almost always, if not always, prescribe medication.
Here's some doggy Prozac.
Medication for leash reactivity? No. Medication for aggression? Medication for resource guarding? Medication for destruction? Medication for over-arousal? No. Nope. And your dog's not leash reactive because it has big feelings either. That's a line of bullshit. Big feelings, my ass. It's called leash reactivity. And it's not because they're afraid. They're also not afraid. Ooh, the dog's afraid. No, it's not. You're all being sold an emotional line of bullshit. And the dog doesn't have a medical problem. Take it to the vet. It's got a medical problem. You know how you find out your dog doesn't have a medical problem, the best way. Does the dog do it with one person, but not the other? Yeah, whenever I walk, when my husband walks the dog's fine. When I walk the dog's leash reactive. Maybe it's a medical problem.
Maybe it has a brain problem.
What? No. If it had a medical problem, but when it's with a trainer, it does perfect. No shit. Because it's not a medical problem. It's a behavioral problem.
All right. We got a lot of questions. I also ordered you your condensed air. Okay? So you can finally clean out your port.
Nice. Does it come disguised as a butt plug?
No, I looked for that version, but Amazon didn't have it.
They didn't have it?
No. Blow some air up your ass.
Mhm.
Nick says my puppy
Damn,
is peeing on
give me
my
two.
husband and seems like she's submissive peeing. How can we fix this? Peeing on your husband?
Well, which one is it?
Like when greeting him or something?
Right. Is
Or
it-
walking up and hiking the leg?
Right. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Give us some details. But if you want to know how to stop nervous pee, excitement pee, fearful pee, believe it or not, put the dog through our Green to Graduate program. Start understanding how arousal can be stopped, over arousal can be stopped. Be neutral with your dog so you start patterning successful non-peeing days. It's the same thing with car sickness. That's how we eliminate car sickness too. So nervous pee, fearful pee, and excitement pee, we stop all the same. Next.
I can't. Audrey sends me a video. She says, I'm watching you guys now, and he's quiet. She puts us on. He flops over on his side and goes to sleep.
So Audrey.
He knows we're watching.
So Audrey. So Ozzy, settle.
Settle, Ozzy.
Settle. So we'll take a screenshot of that.
I'm dead.
Here, take a screenshot of that.
That's awesome.
So Ozzy was adopted by Audrey, and Audrey was having problems. This is how effective our training is. Right now, literally live on the show. Live on the show.
Video.
So
His head's up, right?
she put us up on the TV in the living room. He hears our voice. He immediately, boom, lays down on his side. Here,
That's great.
look at this. This is how effective our training is.
He literally flopped over.
Yep.
He's like, oh shit, they're here.
Yep.
They're
Yeah.
watching me on the TV.
This was done live. This is boom, right there. This is live right now on the show. Dogs know.
They know our voice.
He knows our
And
voice.
she's not the first client to say that. All of our clients say it.
Yep.
Oh, I had you guys up on the TV tonight and my dog ran to place. It's patterning.
It's not because they're afraid of Jeff, they're afraid of Joelle. It's because, oh shit, I need to behave
when we hear those
when
voices.
we hear those voices. Imagine that.
That's the relationship.
Imagine how effective our dog training is.
That's so funny.
Yep.
Oh, Morgan said, what was that called? The chancla. When you
It's a
whiz your
chancla.
flip flop at somebody, it's a chancla.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Advice on teaching the heel for dogs that don't hold heel for more than a couple steps.
Okay. Then your dog doesn't know heel. So we have how can we help them for free on that one?
Walk the walk.
So what do they type in?
They are on Instagram. So if you just go to our bio, it says like we have Linktree, so there's multiple links. It says free walk the walk video.
Yep, get that. So there's a free walking course. That's our minimum standard. Usually dogs learn that on day one. Day one, they learn how to walk properly.
And for anybody watching the replay, we always post the link in the show notes.
Yep.
Let's see. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Kylie,
Mhm.
longtime listener, first time on live from Australia.
Mm.
What's up, Australia?
Hey, Australia.
Just started Green to Graduate. Do I focus on the skills in one module first, or can I be working on crate, place, etc. at the same time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, to
Multiple things.
multiple things.
Otherwise, it would take you 100 years. Yes.
And then do everything at the beginning in a sterile environment. For instance, most dogs spend the first week here with all their interior work. They go for walks, but we're in no rush to give them a walk, but they spend interior. Then we start doing more outside, and then on week 3, they do public access. So for instance, Sammy tomorrow is going to a cafe.
What the hell is happening? Oh, that's my phone.
You're getting a phone call. So Sammy tomorrow, the dog that tried to maul me, he's going to a cafe tomorrow. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Next.
Oh my God, Jeff. You just had Alessandra's son ask what a butt plug is. Good job.
Okay. So
The show is marked not for children.
it shows marked not for children.
Sorry, Allie.
Sorry. It's not like I said fart N-word.
How long would you suggest a training session last?
Depends. 5 minutes, 50 minutes. How much time do you have?
Yeah.
What level of training are you on? What's the temperament of the dog?
Usually for something simple like crate drills, it's like until they get it.
Until they get it.
Like I think you can go in and out of a crate dog without putting up a fight. Let's say it's a dog that like puts on the brakes, like Titan was like that when he came in. I'll keep going until we get it. It's like we're not stopping. But for like a down or something, like sometimes it takes a session or two. But you have to use your judgment on that. You should think about getting in our community, Kylie, because the community is where we do more of like coaching. You can post videos and members who actually know what the hell they're talking about will give you really good advice. We do twice a month group Zoom coaching calls. So usually when people start out with like one DIY course, the next step is usually community. Because then you get like access to everything and a lot more help. Something to think about. Morgan said, yeah, they love the beach. We free run quite a bit.
Awesome.
I think it's because they like it that she gives them the food.
I know. And guess what? You can keep doing it.
I give Wes treats.
You can keep doing it.
Whatever.
You don't have to stop. I'm just saying, for all the folks out there that are struggling with a lot of things, be careful about doing emotional things. You do something because it makes you feel good. I get it. That's why we got dogs. Remember, I sleep with my dog because I love it. And so does he. So I'm not against all that stuff. What I'm saying is, be really careful about, if you're struggling with behavioral stuff, be careful about what you're doing day to day. Next.
Kylie said, I'd love to, mate, saving up. You know, Kylie, it's so funny. Jeff ordered me the OG Ugg boots, like from actual Australia.
Since 1974.
For Christmas, right? And I had to wait for them to come in. They took a long time. I love them. But they came with a little thing of, what's that stuff called? What can I think of it right now? The stuff that's like famous in Australia.
Oh, Vegemite.
Vegemite. It was cute. It was like their marketing. It came with like a little thing of Vegemite. So I tried Vegemite for the first time ever. I don't know what you Aussies are up to over there.
You didn't like it?
I mean, I can't say it would be a daily staple, but it wasn't terrible.
No, it's good.
It's just more like, what the hell is it? What did he just do? Chase a bug?
No, something's cat's probably walking by the front of the house.
Anyway, I had Vegemite for the first time.
You know what you didn't have today?
No, I didn't have your ceviche. Okay.
I made ceviche today. My first time making ceviche. It was mussels, scallops, squid, tuna.
Cheyenne doesn't know what Vegemite is.
Ceviche.
Those Canadians. I don't know how to even explain it. What is it? It's like this brown.
It's an Australian thing.
Spread only made in Australia. Brewer's yeast or something. It's very salty. Very. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to even explain what it is.
Google it.
Behemoth on toast, best ever. Lots of butter. Just a light spread of Vegemite. Yum. It's a yeast spread. Sounds amazing, huh?
It is good.
I was glad I just finally got to experience
it. I had a great time in Australia. I was up in Cairns.
Let's see, Saunders, I just joined. So are you talking about recall? What do you divide training reactive dogs? I don't know. That's the question.
What do you divide?
What do you divide training reactive dogs?
Well, we train reactive. What's your question though? Help me. Rewrite the question. What's the question? We train anything. Any unwanted behavior we know how to stop. We've got step-by-step protocols for everything. So help me out with a better questioning.
Paradise Pond Dog Park said thanks for all you do. E-collar when used properly, it works all the time, every time. Sure does.
Yeah. And you don't have to say when used properly, because most it's not just e-collar. Anything. It's dog training. But most people don't train the way we train with an e-collar either. Most people don't condition the dog to it. Most people don't know there's a difference between actually obedience and behavior mod on the use of an e-collar. They actually don't know there's a dramatic difference. on how it's done. Most people switch back from like tone, vibrate, shock. It's like, no, just shock is fine. Because people are afraid of social pressure. Oh, I don't want to let people know I shocked my dog. It's like, what, you think you're nice because you just use tone? People are confused about e-collars in general. Next.
Cheyenne said, evening guys. Hey Cheyenne. Hope you're doing well. Volter Christie said good evening. Hello.
Hey, good evening.
So is it better to use vibration for recall training?
Never.
We don't.
No, please understand. Vibration doesn't mean good. Shock doesn't mean bad. We have, and I'm not frustrated with you. I have it, but it's so important that people understand this. I even wish that collars didn't even have tone or vibration on them.
Mm-hmm. Same.
You're using the shock feature. It's important to understand you're teaching the dog a brand new communication device, a whole nother language. Can we shock the dogs? Absolutely. You resource guard, I'm going to light you up. Yep, I'm famous for that. Light them up, Gelman.
Light them up, Gelman.
Yep. You try to bite me, as many dogs do. Why? Because that's what we're here for. Remember, they were trying to bite us before any tools were. We were hired to stop resource guarding. But if you try to bite me, because you're going to die if this isn't resolved. That doesn't mean that's why we use an e-collar. E-collar can be used on happy-go-lucky dogs. But please understand there's a step-by-step protocol on how to train a proper recall. And you can actually you might have to use higher levels one day when your dog decides to chase a deer or go after another dog, or it's running towards the street and it's not listening to your recall because it's chasing something. But there's a step-by-step protocol on how to start it. And it starts on a 6-foot leash with food. It's a process. Next.
Charles said, Monty has a chance to go to canine training for the state of Washington. Cross your fingers.
Cool. Awesome. Congrats.
Morgan, the concept of meds is a sales pitch because then when the dog isn't medicated, I guarantee the behavior would come back because behavior problems aren't solved with meds.
It
never goes away to begin with.
So first of all, it's for other people who like to also really drive it home about finding the root of the problem. Meds just cover it all up, but they also don't work. It's a scam.
Unless the dog is drugged to the point where they're like falling asleep.
Right.
Look how calm my dog is now.
It's an unethical scam. Big Pharma has ransacked your pocketbook in the dog world. We get all but 3 dogs in my career off meds. Thousands of dogs have gotten off meds and stayed off meds successfully. And they're doing fantastic. Dog doesn't need meds. Next.
Exactly. I told her it's to help with diarrhea. Yep.
The butt plug?
Yeah.
Ellie, I read all your comments. You're digging a big, deeper hole for yourself.
No, she's not.
To tell your child it's a sex thing and she's not old enough to understand it yet. Don't hit me.
She can still be listening.
The little kid?
Yeah.
She should be in bed. She's 6.
I tried, Allie.
Mm-hmm. Next. Is that the Allie that was here?
Yes.
You should know better.
Lauren, my Australian Shepherd, is 11.5 weeks old and hates his collar. Ooh, you better stop that now. What should I do to help him get used to it? He's been whining and scratching it the past 2 days.
So
is it just like a normal like flat buckle?
Flat buckle collar, martingale collar. Put a slip lead on the dog. Put a slip lead on the dog. Okay. And just get the dog used to that pressure. It's the pressure. Yep. It's important.
Otherwise, you'll have one of those dogs that bites every time you.
Or screams its head off. Yeah. Any collar. This isn't
we work with so many dogs like that.
It's not a knee collar. It's not a prong collar conversation. It's a thing on the neck conversation. That's why you should use a harness. No, that's why you should get your dog to get used to having.
Did you just put it on at 11 weeks old? He's been wearing nothing since 8 weeks, I'm assuming, when you got him. Because whatever you do, don't take it off to appease the dog. It's like, oh, well, you have to wear it because otherwise it can be, we've just seen it so many times. These dogs will attack people for collars and stuff. How does it start? How does a dog get that way? Right here, 8, 10, 11 weeks old, dog starts putting up a fight about a collar.
Boom, eliminates.
Owners don't stop that. They just keep appeasing the dog, and then they have a holy terror.
Yep. And you don't need to create a positive association with the collar. You don't need to create a positive association with a winter jacket with your toddler. You don't need to create a positive association with a winter hat and gloves with your toddler. You tell the toddler, shut the hell up. We live in New England. You're putting these clothes on right now because I said so. Same concept. Next.
But also, yeah, they just put it on and they're going to keep it on and hope he gets used to it.
Yep.
So now your next step is he has to start feeling what a leash, putting pressure on that collar means. So just little walking drills around the house. Hey, when you feel pressure, yields to it. He might flip out, start crocodile rolling. It's like, oh, well, work him through it now. Do not let that dog fight the collar. You can make yourself a little bunker, rolled up cotton towel, and say no, and throw it at the dog.
Yep.
Cut the shit now.
Hit the dog in the head. You'll be fine.
Yep.
You won't make it worse.
Not doing anything about it
makes it worse.
Will make it
way worse. Yep.
David Smith.
Wow.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a long time.
Shit.
Hey, strangers, it's David Smith, that rude guy from Arizona. I was on your arousal reset. Great job. Glad to catch you live. Hey, David. Hope you're well.
How are you?
Hope Rocky's well. Hope your tortoise is well.
Yep.
Remember that? That was the first time David ever came on our show.
Yep.
His shepherd was chasing his tortoise or something, barking at it. Cheryl said Vegemite.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what Vegemite is.
Gotta get to Australia.
Well, it's Australian.
There's a lot of great things in Australia.
I don't know if you can even find it in the States.
A lot of great things. Well, yeah, you can. You can buy it at a store.
David said, I love ceviche.
Yep. I made some awesome ceviche.
Cheyenne said, I have no clue what that is.
Ceviche?
No, Vegemite.
Oh, that's fine. Look it up. There's a lot of things around the world that people don't know what it is.
Voltner, the nail cutting course, it's in our community. I posted the link to the community. So now when you join our community, you get Green to Graduate, Chaos to Control, puppy course, nail
puppy
trimming.
course is in there?
Yes.
Shit.
It's like everything you need for every stage of your dog's life. It is all in there.
Wow.
The community is everything you need. Someone when people join, where's this train? Where it's all in there. The answers are there. We've designed it that way. And we purposely do not keep making more and more and more courses because we don't want members to feel like oh my God, look at all this material. No, there's like 4 extremely important courses in there, and that's all you need. We're not reinventing the wheel here. Nope. Nope. And there's coaching. So if your dog is a bit more nuanced, you jump on a Zoom call and we walk you through it.
Yep.
It's all there. Let's see. Telephony Ange. What do you say to people who ask if your dog is friendly? And if you say yes, they want to pet. If you say no, they get all scared and say, why are they out in public? Oh my God, these people are the fucking worst.
So who said that?
Worst. Telephony.
So telephony, I'm very polite at first. So understand whenever anybody asks you that question, what they really want to say is, can I pet your dog? So you can always say, yes, my dog is, but we're not doing pets today. I'm training my dog. And you don't have to tell them what you're training it for. You don't need to make an excuse for your personal choices of not allowing other people to touch your property, including yourself. Thank you for asking, but we're not doing pets. It happens to us, but I'm very firm with it. Why? It's none of your business why, because it's my dog. Don't explain things. Just be kind. Thank you for asking. No. Next.
Allie said, haha, damn it, Jeff. You're so right. LOL. Audrey, just to recap for introing Ozzy with people, I put him in the kennel, bring in the person. No.
Audrey,
no food!
Audrey, Jesus
no
Christ.
food!
Audrey,
no!
Put down the fucking pipe. Listen to me. Listen to me, Audrey.
No. Make him mind his own damn business.
People come in your house. If Ozzy does anything but go, what's up? No, bonk. You're not trying to make it, you're not trying to have him be friends with all these people. You're trying to create a dog that's just neutral. There's no hoops to go through.
Even our dogs, and Allie can vouch for this because she was just here for a shadow. She didn't meet our dogs. Like Wes walked up and was like, "Oh, there's a person here."
Yep, she was here every day for 5 days.
She's in our house. Our personal dogs never once were like,
and they're friendly.
Yeah,
our dogs are friendly. She went on walks with them.
Our dogs don't like care.
Actually, I think she actually walked them. But there was no interaction with Ozzy. Stop all that. Where are you getting this information from? What do you mean to recap? Recap means you heard it from us, and now you're just recapping.
Food is never part of it.
You never heard that from us.
Never have someone try to feed him.
No. We even told you that specifically when you were doing the coaching call with Joelle in the kitchen. I showed up and I said, "Don't do this. Have people call him over and give him food stuff."
He needs to
mind his own damn business.
He's barely been with you for a week. He needs to learn that he gets away with nothing.
Exactly.
Let's see.
Audrey, don't you dare.
Jeannie said there's also a Marmite spread. I don't know what that is. Alpha Basic Training says, "Say hi and watching. Thanks for being here."
You're welcome. Thanks for listening. Wes, stop.
Cheyenne, hey, quit licking your elbows.
Your elbows.
He's like, all right.
Look at his balls.
You know what? Today, though, you know how he chases flies sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he's never going to catch one.
He caught a fly.
He caught it and slammed it to the ground and killed it.
I know. Mr. Miyagi over here.
Proud.
That's damn right.
Like, damn right he killed that fly. It was a highlight of his day.
Sure was.
He's like, see? All that training has paid off.
That's right.
Cheyenne said, "I'm a community lifer.
Mm-hmm.
Can't praise it enough. So happy the puppy course is in there now for down the road.
Nice.
Not anytime soon."
Mm.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Take some time to grieve, Cheyenne. She just lost her oldest dog.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sad. Alex, what's the best way to stop a dog from guarding his place board? E-collar, don't want to confuse him.
Well, I don't know. Okay, you're gonna have to. That's resource guarding. Okay, so we have a very strict resource guarding protocol, step-by-step resource guarding protocols. I don't know where your dog is on the e-collar spectrum yet, meaning how much information you have, but leash on the dog, on a tie back. Okay, we have step-by-step protocols on this. We've done it many times before. When you say guarding the place board, does that mean when you walk up, the dog growls? And does it only happen on the place board? If the dog was in a downstay on something, would it happen in a downstay? Is there an article on the place board that the dog is guarding, or is it definitely the place board? Either, no matter what it is, it's going to be no high-level correction. Now, the issue is your dog is going to get off the place board. So you can't correct it for that as well. You have to reset the dog. But we need a little bit more details. But the way you stop resource guarding is you make it suck to resource guard. You give your no marker, because that's important. And then after a no marker always comes a punishment. You have to decide what that is. It should be something intolerable and inescapable and always going to be there. Results are always the same, meaning your action is always going to be the same. Next.
Ellie said, yes, so neutral and so friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Good Spirited Canine said that I never interacted with your dogs all of Mastermind. They came out like once, saw all of us, and they turned around. Yeah. They're like, what? They're extremely neutral. That's neutral. What you need Ozzy to be.
Neutral.
Audrey, neutral.
Neutral.
Like, okay, I'll hang out with the humans, but like,
I really don't care about them.
I really don't care.
It's like, when are we, like, frankly, I just want to know when we're going for walks, when we're going to play chuck it, when we're going swimming, when we're going on a car ride. Just, you know what? Text me the fucking schedule. I'll look at it. And other than that, Audrey, you just live your life. You live your best life. I'll be just chilling here. I'll be just chilling at home, hanging out, not stressing, not worried about anything.
So your guests need to learn to ignore him too.
Yeah. This concept of like,
he's brand new to your life.
He's like, oh, let's see Audrey's new dog. No. What dog? We didn't know you got a new dog, Audrey.
David said Rocky's doing fantastic as my demo dog these days.
Nice.
Sid the tortoise passed away a couple years
ago. Oh, so sorry.
Not from Rocky. Staying busy.
Good, good.
Ed said no is an acceptable answer.
Yeah, it is. No is a full sentence. It's a whole fucking paragraph. Okay. Yep. No. Isn't that what Me Too was all about? Like, remember that? Wasn't no like have this big meaning to it? Well, when it comes to petting the dog, ironically, for some reason, that's not good enough. Have your phone number? No. Well, come on, baby. No. So no really doesn't mean no. I thought that was all bad. Can I grab your ass? No. Oh, so I can? I can grab your ass? No, you can't grab my ass. So tomorrow maybe? Like, wasn't it no mean no? Wasn't that was the big thing about all that Me Too stuff? But for some weird reason, when it comes to petting dogs, primarily the females want to pet the dog. No is not good enough. Oh, I told you no, and you call me an asshole? Oh, huh. That's interesting. Next.
Jeannie said, how did you train your dog to wear goggles? He was already muzzle trained, so it was pretty easy. And he also had no choice because his eye condition, he has to wear that.
He has to wear them because he's got
So it was more like, hey, I'm putting these on you, and if you try to get them off, I'm going to correct you.
Yep.
I didn't do a ton of conditioning, but I actually have a goggle conditioning video. It's on our Instagram, God knows where.
It's the same. It's almost the same as muzzle conditioning. It's almost like muzzle conditioning. But some dogs, like muzzles, you have to just put on whether they like it or not.
He still doesn't. He's not thrilled about them, but he tolerates them.
And he doesn't try to take them off.
And he has to wear them. Yep, every day of his life.
Yep. Oh well, sunny days.
Yeah.
Sunny days. Yep. Next.
Cheryl said, my collars have huge 2x6 inch patches saying "Do not pat."
And you know what though?
People don't listen.
So maybe with you, some people don't listen at all. They don't care because you know what it is. It's an entitled. We live in an entitled society. Do not pet. Okay. That means everybody else can't pet, but since I love dogs and I'm special, that patch isn't for me. It's for all the other people. That's the mentality. That's the mentality. That's why it's like, no, back off. Yep.
Allie said, Ozzy especially can't get away with anything. Boundary pusher. Yeah, Allie met Ozzy, Audrey. She worked with him.
She worked him.
And guess what? He was a little peach. He was pushy, but he listened.
He listened.
Anyone, okay, if you have your inner circle who you want to meet him, they should be able to grab his leash and work him, but not try to be his friend. David said, damn, I've missed this. The rants. Audrey said, thanks for the laughs and advice. Morgan said, why can't we bonk the ones that don't understand no? No, bonk.
You can.
Throw your shoe hat up.
Carry a taser. Right? Personal space. Protect it. Next.
Or like those fake packs of gum. Remember, you pull the gum and it would zap you. Hey, do you want some gum? David said, can I pet your dog? Me, well, can I pet you? I know, it is such a weird thing.
It is such a weird thing, I know.
Boltner says, do you think females' voices, since not as deep as a man's, would make a difference in a dog listening? They may think we're soft.
No, not at all. Most men are softer, by the way. Just an FYI. If we have a male-female relationship client, it's the man that's softer. Wow.
Almost 100%.
I'm about to lose my battery.
All right.
So I'll expand on that though. It's about who can enforce no.
Who can enforce no, right? So I work with all the dogs just as much as Jeff, probably less, but they listen to me. And I'm not like using a deep voice. I'm very consistent, just like he is.
Here's a good example.
If anything, I think I might be more of a hard ass sometimes. I'm very strict, especially with the heel. I let them get away with it.
Here's a good example. You ready? Enzo came to us attacking me over food, resources. He came to us biting people over resources. So we have something called the out command. Out means back away from that object mentally and physically. So and then it turns into a default where I walk up to him when he's eating, he backs away. But if I walk up to him when he's eating and I say out, out, he backs away. I don't want any part of that. You know what I could do? I could call it pretty instead. Pretty, he's a male, pretty boy. Okay. I could have walked up to him and said, pretty boy, in a high-pitched voice, pretty boy, hey, pretty boy. And he would have backed up just the same. Holy shit, I'm not supposed to guard food. I can make any word in any language, in any dialect or tone mean anything you want. If you really want to have some fun, when you teach a dog, the command down, but teach it as something else. Teach it as pizza. Pizza, dog lies down. These are just words that we're using. Now, do dogs tend to get more excited with higher pitched voices? Yes, they do. And we proof dogs off that. You'll see a lot of our videos where we're going, oh my gosh, you're so cute. Look at you. Because we're doing that to make sure dogs don't break command. But this concept that you need to be 6'5", 300 pounds, deep voice for a dog to listen to you? Absolutely not. Nope. And you can have the most daintiest, highest pitched voice. You can have soft energy and still get a dog to listen to you. But that's where tools can come in. Are you believable or not?
That's why Angelo works with all these dogs.
But now Angelo's got a deeper voice because he just hit puberty. Before he was like squeaky little voice.
Paradise Pond Dog Park said, I take my Corso out everywhere with me. I also tell my service dog, and I also my service dog, and I repeatedly have to tell people he's working.
Mm-hmm.
It's so annoying, the entitlement that people feel that they can just come up and pet your dog. Every once in a while, people that won't ask and try to pet my dog, I literally step right in front of them.
Good.
And I've had to physically push people away.
Yep.
I know, it's insane.
Yep. And you have every right to do it. It's disgusting. People just
Same with like people who touch people's babies. I find that so weird. Like, why would you touch someone's baby? Yeah. They'll like grab the foot or like come up behind. It's like, ew.
I know. My first kids were twins. They're 36 now. They just turned 36. And they're twins. So I remember like when they were like pre-6 months old, taking them out everywhere. It's, it's a novelty. Everyone's got to stop you. Everyone's got to touch. It's like, I get it. Same thing with dogs. But I was eventually people would just, you're out for dinner and they drill you with questions. Same thing with dogs. People do with dogs too. Some people are just interested. Like this weekend, I filmed it. We videoed Ellie in the farmer's market downtown Sarasota. And this elderly couple came out of a store. Oh my gosh, what kind of dog is that? They must have been in their 80s. Oh, it's a Bichapoo. What? It's a Bichapoo. Oh my God, that's so cute. She's so fluffy. Can we pet her? I'm like, sure, go ahead and pet her. But Ellie, isn't going to like jump up and jump on them. She's been trained not to. And she's like, oh, I guess she doesn't want to be pet. I'm like, no, not today. Sorry. But, a lot of people just, it gives them enjoyment. The problem is when people are pushy and you don't want them to pet your dogs, which is most of the dogs we work with, including our personal dogs. Next.
Charles said, "LOL, maybe I have asshole written on my face." Maybe.
So,
I think people exude a certain energy for sure.
People rarely ask to pet our dogs. And I do not have resting bitch face. But they just go, wow, that dog is really well trained and really well behaved. We're probably not allowed to pet him. Nope, you can't. They say stuff all the time. They walk by, nice looking dog. Hello, sir. Woman walked by today. We had 4 dogs out on a walk today. And a couple of them were potty. A woman walked by and says, good morning, guys. She kept going. Maybe she said a couple more things. Hey, guys, looking good today. Whatever. Most people, by the way, that person was normal. Like, yeah, just keep walking. It's no big deal. Most people have got a lot of things to do. They don't want to waste their time petting your dog. But you got to be prepared. Next.
Cool. You two got it going on for sure. I'm very impressed with your knowledge and
Oh,
skills.
thanks. I've been doing this for a long time. And all I do is work these difficult dogs. Right now, in my career, I just turned 60. We're down in Florida. I'm only working a couple dogs at a time. Well, right now I got 5, but Joel's helping out. So I was doing 2, 3, maybe 4. And Joel's like, Jeff, we're going to be going to Greece. all summer long. A lot of people want to, get their dogs in. I'll help you out. So
I came out of retirement.
Joelle's jumped on, and she's only working easy, safe dogs, which is fine because they need the reps.
You know what though? So I didn't mean to flip you guys off. This finger still hurts. Okay, this is why working these huge power breed dogs sometimes it's taxing on your body. It still hurts from Thor, who's the friendliest dog in the world. But he dragged me one day doing recalls because he got really excited and cracked my finger, and I don't think it'll ever be the same. It's just never gonna be the same.
Right.
My favorite finger to flick people off with.
Right. Great. I'm safe now.
It's very taxing. Yep. So I agreed I'll help, but not with.
She just does the easy reps. She does which is fine with me because every dog needs reps. Every dog needs public access. It takes time. It takes time. So whether it's an easy dog or a challenging dog, and frankly, some of the more dangerous dogs, we don't do as much public access with them. So it takes time to do public access. It takes time to go to Home Depot, to go to the bookstore, to go to the cafe, to go to downtown Sarasota. So you say she takes a dog and does public access for 90 minutes, all over, drives there, works the dog, comes back. I could have done 6 training sessions with 4 different dogs. Not 6 each, but
system.
Yeah. So it's actually been fantastic.
Ellie to the coffee shop.
So now we're doing 5 dogs now. We're doing 5 dogs up until June. The last intake can be the first week of May for a 4-week one, and then in the middle of April. So we're running out, guys. If you want to do a board and train before October, we only have a couple spots left. Owner shadow, dog trainer shadow. We're only doing those up until the end of May. And then October, we're booking owner shadows, we're booking dog trainer shadows, and we're booking boarding trains starting the week of October. We got 2 dogs coming in for boarding on the 4th, Celeste dogs. But we'll probably wait. We like to be back for a week. So whatever that, the second week of October is next.
Let's see. Allie said Ellie was awesome in that video. Yeah, she did great.
Yeah, she did great.
Allie said, I don't think I'll forget Jeff's simple and blunt no to that girl on Home Depot. That was oh, can I pet your dog? She sounded like everything we proof for. When you guys hear me in the videos, oh, hi. This girl came up and literally she was like, oh my God, can I pet your dog? We all were kind of is she a paid actor? She's really just acting that way.
Yeah, I just said no.
Jeff was like, no. Nope. No explanation.
No.
That's it.
Sorry. It's a simple concept. You know how many times I've been told no? I grew up in the 80s. I went to nightclubs. Started going to them when I was 16. It's easy to get fake IDs. I've been told no a lot. I wasn't as handsome back then as I am now. So, I don't blame anyone.
Boltner said, when you have a large dog like some Malamutes I've had, I didn't allow children to run up on them unless I was there. Yeah. Accidents can happen even with a good dog. It's good to remember. Yeah, they can. I mean, dogs, or your dog might just put its mouth on someone, or believe it or not, a kid can, believe it or not, brush its hand up against a dog's mouth. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. A dog might bark, boom, there's a face in the way. Accidents happen. Next. Jessica, can we start correcting pen bouncing nonsense before NCS is introduced? The puppy is doing great with obedience reps, but we haven't introduced e-collar yet. I'm thinking
no, you can use a bonker for that. No bonk. So pen bouncing is excitement in there. They've got an X pen most likely. Yeah, any unwanted behavior, whining, barking, jumping up on the pen, that can all be stopped. Yep, you don't have to do training. You don't have to be at a certain level of obedience training to stop an unwanted behavior. For instance, Lola just came in yesterday. We put her in a kennel. She's actually really good. She's been really good. But she whined a little bit or barked a little bit. We stopped that right away. Second one. Day 1. First 10 minutes of being here. Set the tone. Next.
Allie said yes. She didn't respect boundaries easily either. he had to say it twice. I was like, girl, get the message. Melissa, I've been told no, and I've told people no, and they still start to pet, and then realize I said no. Not enough people say no. It's like an automatic response.
Actually, because they really don't listen to you because they don't care.
I remember one guy. This is when we were up north still in Home Depot. I was there with dogs, and I told him no. He called me a bitch. He literally was like, "Wow, you're such a bitch." I was like, "Excuse me," because you grown ass man can't pet my dog. Appalling behavior.
But show of hands. This is not about the patriarchy. Show of hands. How many ladies have been called the B word and the C word by other females? Correct? You all know what I'm talking about. It's very popular because girl on girl hate is huge. Next.
I said me. How late am I? You're late. We're about to wrap up.
We're almost done.
I'm glad you're here anyway.
We're almost done.
Let's see. Boltner said Raya was whining today, and I took the bonker. She bonked her. Did she look surprised, step back, and wondered what just happened? It works.
Good. That's what you want. And make sure you say no first. Proceed with no, because you're trying to. You guys have heard of like loading a clicker? You know what I mean? Which you do. You got to load the word no. You want it to mean something.
Kylie said, if needing to bonk in the crate, do you open the crate and bonk them, or just bonk the crate?
Both. Sometimes we'll pull the dog out and bonk. What works? What works? Always remember that. What works? When I bonk the crate, it doesn't work. Okay, stop bonking the crate. Go to the next step. So open it up, bonk. That didn't work. Keep a slip lead on the dog, pull the dog out, bonk, put the dog back in. It's not fun to do. Oh my God, I dragged the dog off. I get it. I'm looking for a 3-second protocol to give you a lifetime of happiness.
Jessica said, bonking a 5-pound dog, laughing my ass off, a rolled up washcloth. Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
A little kitchen towel.
Little kitchen towel, yeah.
Audrey said, intro to kids, neighbors, family-oriented street with lots of kids.
Audrey? Ozzy is not the town superstar.
You need to start with him being able to just sit calmly beside you and not bark and not whine and not pull towards people. No. If he can't even pass that test right now, meeting people is off the table.
Because he's going to be over-aroused. He's a happy-go-lucky, friendly dog, but he's intense. And he's not in charge of all his faculties.
Yeah, God forbid he slaps a kid with his paw. He loves to do that. Oh my God. Now you have a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will. No. You will. It's like just nope. He's not the town novelty. He's not the street novelty. I want all the little kids to say, that's that mean lady with the big dog. She doesn't let us pet them. Bingo. You're doing it right. Got it? I want you to be the mean lady of the street. All the kids hate you. Got it? Then you know where you're doing it right.
He loves to slap. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're telling you all this stuff. Okay, we're not telling you this.
We were with him for a month. We know him.
Audrey, we're not telling you this stuff because we want you to be mean. We want you to we're not telling you this stuff because we want people to hate you. Like, we're telling you this stuff because we don't want Ozzy to ever leave your home. You're the best chance he has.
Jessica said, my dogs don't meet kids ever. No reason to, not worth it. My husband calls me mean all the time. No, it's not worth it.
They don't need to.
Kids do crazy shit.
It's funny because we go to a church to play chuck it, and there's youth groups there. And every once in a while, a bunch of kids will come over, and I'll say, oh, you want to throw the ball for my dog? Yeah. So they give him a little chuck it thing, and I let him throw for the dog. And Tex is good for them. You know, he waits and doesn't rush it. I say out. He'll drop the ball. Says out. It's the ball. Don't worry. He won't bite the stick. That's my interaction with that. And they'll be like, thank you. You're welcome. That's it. Next.
That's all.
All right.
808.
All right. 808. All right. Everybody have a fantastic week. It's a big, big week here. We got an owner shadow, came down from New Jersey. And it was an easy ride because he took a Tesla. His buddy has a Tesla. He came down with it with his friend, and
Or it drove itself.
he didn't drive. They didn't drive the car once. I'm not sophisticated with that. I own Tesla stock. Actually, you know who owns a lot of Tesla stock? It's Angelo. You know, Angelo, remember when everyone was like all like Tesla's going down to 200, you know, that what's that guy's name that with that criminal Waltz? He was like, yeah, all that stuff. Angelo bought a ton of stock when it was down at 220. He's making 38% on his Tesla stock. Anyway, so he's down here for a week with his dog. And we're working on leash reactivity and some other stuff. Nice guy, Jason. Got 5 dogs in the boarding train. This weekend, I got 2 mid-training. Ellie gets her mid-training, and then Sammy gets his mid-training. One Saturday, one Sunday. So that's exciting. A lot of good stuff happening here. Boarding trains, feel free. We got some openings up in March, April. We got boarding trains opening, 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Owner shadows, dog trainer shadows. We have a mastermind coming up. If you're interested in actually like.
Oh yeah, Morgan, weren't you saying you were thinking about mastermind?
Go to Morgan, get down to mastermind. Come on, bring a dog. Come on down. You'll have a great time. Great time. You'll learn so much. It's also personal growth time too. It's very enlightening for you, a human.
Mastermind's powerful.
It is. It really is.
We've had a lot of believe it or not, dog owners come who have like multiple dogs because they're like, I need to get my own pack in order.
Yeah. They're like, this is cheaper than a boarding train. Might as well learn what I'm doing. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. We love you madly.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Mm-hmm.